Konnichiwa and hi everyone. Welcome to Hot Minute with Horizon. I'm your host, Bryan Takano. Hot Minute is the official podcast of the Horizon Group that's created to provide you with the latest news and information about Horizon, our solutions, and global finishing trends. We want to keep things short and sweet, so let's jump right in. Happy New Year and Lunar New Year, everyone. This is our very first podcast episode of 2025, and I'm joined by Yasuo Taketsugu, General Manager of Horizon International Market Promotions Team, to talk about Hunkeler Innovationdays 2025, about the various collaborations and what we're exhibiting at the show. So it's very exciting. Thank you for joining me today, Taketsugu-san.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Bryan.
You're welcome. First of all, thank you to Hunkeler AG for inviting us and giving us the opportunity to participate in Hunkeler Innovationdays this year. We are really excited to connect with everyone and see everyone and show what kind of solutions we have. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the event, Hunkeler Innovationdays has long been one of the biggest international trade shows to focus solely on digital print technology, especially roll-fed solutions. So this show is held every 2 years in Lucerne, Switzerland by Hunkeler, our partner and one of the biggest manufacturers for roll processing technology in the world. So pre-registration is required, so make sure to register if you want to go. This means it's not 100% open to the public, but it's definitely worth going because there's lots of big name printer vendors and also lots of manufacturers there that are in attendance, and they often bring lots of real equipment, lots of presses and new technology to a show. Horizon actually has been attending the show since its very beginning over 30 years ago. So how many times have you attended the show, Taketsugu-san? And have you noticed any changes over the years?
Okay, I don't really remember how many times, but I've been in a company for 27 years, so probably at least, 6 or 7 times I've been attending at the Hunkeler Innovation Days. But the, Hunkeler Innovation Days at the beginning, I talk with the people sometimes. I was just, go there to bind the book. But now our system range has been, broadened, so we can connect with the Hunkeler unwinder cutter, or for even the cut seat solution, we can collaborate with a printer partner, so we can provide a good solution compared to the beginning. So every year getting exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting to see how much the show has evolved for us and for Hunkeler, starting off with just a binder and cutter, making books out of all the printed materials that people printed, to the inline and highly automated robotic solutions that we have today. Wow, great. So speaking of exciting and new things, what's exciting about this year's show?
I think, from what I heard from all the printer vendors or, the finishing, vendors, everybody are bringing something new to this show. Still, not many things are public yet, but we will definitely see, interesting solution from the roll solution and then cut seat solution. And then even from us, we will be showing some exciting products as well.
Can we go a little bit deeper into that, Taketsugu-san? Exactly. So what's some of the new, what's one of the highlights for our show this year?
So we will have a new solution at the Canon booth, which is actually printer inline subtle stitching solutions. But the printer is actually, Canon IX 3200 press. And then we connect with the STITCHLINER Mark V together with our, new rotating technology on it.
Yes, because the IX press prints it out short side first, right? Mm-hmm. Great, and then it goes through our STITCHLINER Mark V for a really high quality booklet.
Yep.
So one pass from blank sheets all the way to finished booklets with no operator touch points.
Yes.
Essentially one operator can do the whole production.
Yeah. When booklet maker or subtle stitcher is connected with the printing press, it was more like, like a booklet making system. It was more for, office material or, just the giving away type of thing. But really the inkjet technology is, highly advanced. So the quality level is going to the commercial printing level. So together with the IX press, with the STITCHLINER, we can provide a professional quality subtle stitching piece, out from the system.
Yes, so if you want to see just how high quality that is, please feel free to stop by the system. It'll be inside the Canon booth, which is actually right next to our booth as well, so make sure to take a look. It's very exciting.
Yep.
Next, why don't we introduce the systems within our booth? So I understand that we'll have systems that can produce a wide range of applications, from perfect bound paperback books to stitched booklets and even cut cards. So wide range of applications. Where should we start, Taketsugu-san?
Okay, we talked about the saddle stitching at the beginning, so let's talk about a saddle stitching solution first. STITCHLINER Mark V, we will be exhibiting at our booth for saddle stitching work. But that one is actually more for, roll fed solution. So Hunkeler unwinder, cutter, and then configure with the STITCHLINER Mark V. But unique thing about this system is actually we have the offline seed feeder configured in it. So we can actually run, the main job from the roll and then kind of backup job from the seed feeder as well. But I said a backup, but this seed feeder is actually a very good solution. It's a feeding setup automatically, and also the speed for the system is actually for the 45,000 seeds per hour with the A4 seeds. So it's pretty amazing speed.
Yes, and I believe we showed this system at Drupa 2024. But once you see the high-speed sheet feeder run, you can't really believe how fast it's going, and it's very stable. For how fast the sheets feed, it's really stable, so you're able to get a very fast and stable production from it. Yeah. And I believe there's also one new feature of the system that we're going to be showing off.
Yep. So we've been developing together with a Hunkeler about a new interface. So which is actually, a dynamic, changeover feature. What we do is actually when the job is changed, system pause it and then making a changeover and changing the speed. And also we are able to change the format as well. So what we are going to demonstrate is actually different seed count application and a different, finish size application. So you will see speed change and a format change in one roll.
With no operator touch points in between.
Yeah.
So it's all automatic.
All automatic.
Wow, crazy. That's exciting. And we'll have quite a few rolls printed by printer vending partners, right?
Yeah. We have quite a lot of rolls. One is from Screen and Fujifilm, HP, and Kodak.
Great. So we'll have lots of rolls to process into booklets.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good for the STITCHLINER Mark V. What other systems do we have in the booth, Taketsugu-san?
So another system we have is actually, of course, we will have a perfect binding solutions, but the robot integrated perfect binding system.
And I'm sure some of you may have seen the picture of this from our newsletter on the Horizon, but it looks pretty interesting, right? There's 2 binders and 1 trimmer.
Yeah, so we will have a 2 binder. One binder is a 4-clamp puffet binder, BQ500, and another puffet binder is a BQ300 single clamp puffet binder.
And both of these perfect binders will be fed with a robot arm.
Yes, that's true. So both BQ500 and BQ300, feeding is by the robot. But we will do something unique on the BQ300 side. So one robot is actually feeding the book block into the carriage clamp, and also taking the puffet bound book onto the conveyor of the 3-side trimmer, which is actually HT300.
Great. So bound books from both of the binders will meet on the same conveyor and then be fed into our HT300.
So we will have a very variety of the books. Actually, for the loose seat book block came from HP, and then the glued book block came from Ricoh and then Hunkeler.
Great. So we'll have a variety of different styles of book blocks being fed into the binders and finishing with 2 different finished formats. Great. And with the robotics and the inline system, you're able to minimize the labor and the transportation in between the various processes, right?
Yeah. And also, single robot feeding, and then the, feeding onto the carriage clamp, and then feeding onto the conveyor for the HT300. actually we can minimize the footprint as well.
Great, and I believe that's the first time that we've ever done that, so it'll be very exciting to see.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to another system, we'll also have our sheet processor, the Smart Slitter, which can cut, crease, slit, and perforate in one pass. And we'll be receiving sheets from a certain printer vendor partner, right?
Yeah, since we are next to each other with the Canon, so we will collaborate application with Canon. Canon IX 3200 actually print the application for the Smart Slitter, and then that product will be delivered by the AMR robot from the Canon booth to our booth.
So automating the logistics in between the press and the finishing system. Great. We'll be making various card applications, right?
Yeah. And then some surprise as well, I think.
Oh, surprise. Everyone loves surprises. I guess you'll have to stop by the booth to see. And of course, all of these systems will be connected with IceLink, our cloud-based finishing management system. What are we trying to show at HID this time?
Okay, so all the system in our booth and also the partner booth will be connected with this IceLink. And then the IceLink is able to, capture the data from the machine. So you can do the real-time monitoring and you can see what's happening. And you can do actually the data analysis as well.
And you can see how many jobs are being processed on the machines with the real-time status. So if it's running or if it's down.
Yeah.
So it's very useful for like production managers, right? Additionally, it can handle automated workflows as well, but this time we'll be showing a kind of a different feature of it, right? That's it for all the solutions in our booth. Additionally, we will have another solution in the Hunkeler booth, right?
Yeah. So it's actually the similar system like last time at the Hunkeler Innovation Days, but we will be showing the folding line together with the Hunkeler unwinder, plow folder and cutter actually to do the direct mailing piece.
And in addition to the Hunkeler booth, we also have our regional distributing partner, Geitz & Co., who will have their own booth and have a wide variety of standalone and tabletop systems, right?
Yeah.
So feel free to stop by if you want to see our B2 cross folder, the ICE folder, AFV 566 FKT, or our very popular Creasern folder, the CRF 362. As well as some tabletop folders and binders, the PF P3300 and the tabletop binder BQ P65. So make sure to stop by their booth, Geitz & Co., which is also in Hall 2, I believe. Great. That does a pretty good job of introducing all the systems that'll be shown at Hunkeler Innovation Days. Do you have any last words to our listeners, Taketsugu-san?
Yeah, so Hunkeler Innovation Days definitely will be the exciting show. So we are looking forward to seeing you and then show you our good solution to you.
Yes. So for those who aren't able to make it to Switzerland, we'll be posting daily on our social media. So make sure to check for pictures and maybe videos of the event. All right, thank you for joining me, Taketsugu-san, and we'll see all of you at Hunkeler Innovation Days 2025, February 24th through the 27th at our booth in Hall 2. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Hot Minute with Horizon. If you have any questions or topic requests, please send us an email and we'll see if we can introduce it in a future episode. Until next time, stay happy, healthy, and finish first with Horizon.